No, but then it up to the don't just open down. Love, but then number don't say. Number names up, sub, number down, down. Number you, do now. Yo, what's up, buddy? I'm just changing my titles on everything, so bear with me. How am I? I'm fantastic. Hope you're doing well today. Thanks for coming by. Sorry, I look like shit. I've my body aches and everything today, so because I did a lot of house cleaning, getting ready for Thanksgiving. Getting ready for that Thanksgiving. So I gave it up to the cleaning gods. There you go. Oh, I'm just sore from all the cleaning. It's no biggie. It's called adulting. And my room looks like shit because if you guys didn't know, if you guys see what's behind me, it's my original 55-inch TV. My original 3D TV I put back in my room, so it was fun. I'm tired. It's three. It's the same. It's 5:16. You haven't slept? I haven't slept either. I'm so sore from cleaning and getting down and bending down and cleaning walls and carpet cleaning and cleaning tile, steaming tile. Yeah, it's not fun. I feel that. Well, I'm just starting my day out. I usually play solos to start my day. I usually go play squads, no fill, and then I go and start playing ranked. Oh, yuck. Oh, you know what? I'll fall back anyway. I already did it. Yeah, when I play Fortnite, I just play ranked most of the time. Most of the time, you'll catch me playing ranked. Okay, cool. I had to turn my music down. That shit was loud. I haven't streamed in a minute. Well, I streamed this week, but it was short. This is my internet. I think they were doing an update. My camera's a little weird today, too. Everything's off today. But it's all good. I'm used to it. Something wrong with stream always is. There we go. There we go. My next stream, my stuff should be all organized. You guys will see things behind me and it'll look a little nicer. Because I put in my entertainment stand and everything because I had this TV. Somebody got a 4K TV with the HDR and the... So I got my old TV back. It don't owe me anything. It's 12 years old. It's been a great TV for the front room. We've watched so many movies on it. It don't owe me anything. It don't owe me shit. I love it. Original 3D TV, and it's great. It still works great. Still looks great. Doesn't have any ghosting. That was the surprising part. But I hope all of you are doing well on this beautiful Thanksgiving. I am not having turkey tonight. I'm actually having tomahawk steaks actually tonight. Really massive. What's up, Black? How you doing, buddy? By the way, don't mind me. Don't mind me. If you guys see my room right now, it's a fucking shithole. I can't hear, but I lurking. I got you. Who just added me? Oh, Edge is a friend. See what's going on. See what you're about. Let's see. Are you live, my friend? Yeah, you got to be sleeping. If it's like, don't mind me. I haven't been to bed. I spent all yesterday. I spent 3 days cleaning. Yeah, guys, I apologize if I haven't been streaming enough. We're gonna be back to our normal schedules today. I'm only streaming a little short just to get some consistency here. Back up and running. Yo, what's up, Dream? How you doing, buddy? Guys, don't mind me. So, don't mind my room's a mess, so don't mind me. I got half of my stuff over on another side, and then it's like all a mess. We brought back my original 55-inch TV, so you guys will see a nice backdrop behind me every once in a while. Oh, you're welcome, buddy. I've been on Blue Sky since the alpha. I just started using it now because it seems like they're growing. I've been on it for a while. I kind of slept on it when people started joining it. By the way, if you guys are on my Blue Skies, just to give you guys a heads up. I know some of you are not into graunchy shit, so just me. If you have to unfollow me, I understand. I get it. I'm thinking about making another account for RevSauce Clean, some of the range. So I've kind of made my Blue Skies kind of a mixed bag of things. So if you guys see latex mixed in with a lot of other things, just be prepared. I am a weirdo, and I'm not making separate accounts for everything. I did that on X. I did that on Instagram for a while. I'm not doing that again. I learned my lesson with Instagram. Because once one account gets flagged, if you have another account attached, or you have a backup account, that gets flagged with it, and you lose both accounts. And yes, I'm still on X. I said I wasn't gonna be on X, but I'm on X for certain reasons. It's more for business relations, pretty much. Thoughts on Drake? I don't follow Drake like that. I heard about it. I know Limp Bizkit's got something to do with UMG too. I'm more interested in the Limp Bizkit stuff than I am the Drake stuff. I don't know the whole Drake thing. I guess he's mad over what's going on with Kendrick Lamar or some type of diss track, something of the range, and he's blaming Spotify and UMG and a whole bunch of people for royalties or something like that. I don't know the. See, I'm speaking ignorant, but I do know the Limp Bizkit stuff. The Limp Bizkit stuff's more got my attention because I want to see what they do with it on a personal note. Because if that's the truth coming from Fred Durst, if that's true, then all the years of making music for them kind of sucks. They were losing money. And shame on UMG for it. And I hope they get forced to pay artists back because that's just unacceptable to me. But if it's the other way around and UMG's in the right, then shame on Limp Bizkit. Limp Bizkit should have renegotiated their contracts. Oh yeah, I forgot to do a wrestling review on AEW. Guys, I'm probably going to skip out it on this week, but I'll give it to you within stream. Because I was enjoying our new 4K TV in the house with the OLED and all that and the HDR, and it's the first time I saw like, okay, I know this is gonna sound freaking weird. Okay, you guys ready for it? I was enjoying that Ishii and Chris Jericho match. You guys will understand why, because when you're taking it in 4K for the first time, you haven't seen 4K in a minute because you've been watching that 1080p life. It's fucking fantastic. So that's why I'm also not doing a review this week, because my review would be completely positive, like hands down, because I was watching it on a new TV. And I don't feel like I would rather be real with you guys than make up some shit and then seem like I'm just like, you know, nut hugging AEW. I'd rather be true to you guys. Because of the 4K TV, I was balling out. And I don't want to seem like I'm putting out a review that's like that, too lovey-dovey. If you know what I mean. Well, actually, for once, I'm actually liking. So for once, I'm actually liking the learning tree. For once. So for once, I'm actually liking the learning tree. I know people are gonna be like, "Boo, hiss me," but I'm actually really enjoying the learning tree because actually Chris Jericho is very kind of entertaining. And I kind of like the Redwood, and I kind of like Brian Keith on the mic, on the commentary booth. It was actually quite entertaining. Another thing that I find quite entertaining on AEW because I was watching two. Okay, I know I'm going to sound terrible with this one. I was watching Ishii and Chris Jericho, and I was watching it in HDR 10. I haven't experienced in a minute 4K, like really nice 4K television. You know what I mean? So when I'm looking at it in real, like ultra high definition, you know, the nerd, it's more of my nerds coming out than it's actually me watching wrestling. Big Bill and starts his yeah, I like Big Bill. I'm hoping they push him to the moon back. I'm surprised. I don't know if he's in the Continental I haven't really when it comes to wrestling, you know, I'm kind of out of order with things. I did watch Raw this week, so I thought Raw was a little bit. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I thought Raw was very entertaining to me. This week I've been kind of all over the place when it comes to watching wrestling. So like my mind's not been in it. I did watch Raw. I did watch Raw. I thought it was a decent show for what it was. Yeah. Last time I did a wrestling review was Full Gear. I watched Full Gear. See, I get where AEW is going. See, I understand where AEW is going. I'm not picking it apart like I used to. I know where AEW is going. I know where Monday Night Raw is going, and I know the vision now. I totally get it. And I'm actually liking the Death Riders for a change. I'm actually liking Jon Moxley's group. It pays homage. To me, it pays homage to the days of Evolution in some ways. Or it reminds me a lot of Impact Wrestling's Beatdown Clan. A lot of people don't realize, a lot of people are not realizing what Jon Moxley's doing. It's brilliant. And no, you don't need Shane McMahon in that. Actually, in fact, if you want to go there, Josh Burnett would be perfect for that. But I don't think they're going to work with Josh Burnett because what GCW just pulled, and that's a shame. GCW's upset that they're renting out the Manhattan Ballroom for AEW, but at the end of the day, GCW should not be upset. And in fact, if GCW get their head out of their ass, they could have booked it way before AEW, and there would have been no problems. But that falls on GCW. And Ricky Starks, I'm feeling like we're getting Jack Perry 2.0. So this might be an unpopular opinion, but Tony picked up Ricky's option was warranted because when he was on TV, he complained and turned down story ideas, yet now he's wanting to be on TV after being public. It's all I think we're getting worked. The same thing happened with Jack Perry. I think Ricky Starks got a contract extension. I really think we got a contract extension. Because it's very fishy to me how Ricky Stark's been off television the same way they did with Jack Perry. Jack Perry was off television for a month or two. Then he shows up in New Japan, rips up a contract. Look at Ricky Starks going and doing the same shit. Difference is he's doing it in GCW. I wouldn't be surprised if Ricky Starks showed up in New Japan for the New Japan big event. See, Tony Khan shows his cards. It's pretty easy. It's pretty telling what he's doing. He's taking that money and he's paying people. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Rey Fenix somewhere on television soon. Or at like an indie event. I really think the Lucha Brothers are going to just re-sign with AEW. They have no other choice. They're kind of boxed into a corner. They did it to themselves. That's what you get for talking all that shit. Unfortunately. But I'm just going by history. So don't go by me. I'm just going by AEW's track record and history. This screams Jack Perry all over again. And another thing, Ricky Starks should be fined. Personally, I would hit him in the wallet where it hurts. Too, for what the comments he said on Chris Van Vliet's thing. That shouldn't even be. That's one thing with AEW I don't understand. That shit should not be on live air like that. How you feel about your owner. You need to be heavily fined. WWE wrestlers don't do that. You shouldn't be doing that. And a lot of people say that, well, that makes AEW the alternative. And I'm like, no, that doesn't. That doesn't make the company look any better. That should be done in closed doors. What makes AEW the alternative, and this is the truth, or not the truth. Well, this is just me stating my own personal opinion. What makes AEW different, literally, they're more sports. They're not trying to be entertainment. They're not trying to tell you a story. They're just trying to be less entertainment, more sports. They're trying to set up like boxing matches with somewhat story. And I think everybody that's sitting back and wants AEW to be like the old AEW, it's not going to work that way. It's never going to be that way. You got to take that out of your mind. And I don't want AEW to be like WWE either, where we get tons of storylines and it's just the same repeat shit. Because Triple H's new thing is he likes to put new wrestlers on the top of the card while botching other people. If you guys are watching WWE, not noticed that any of these new talents like Motor Machine Guns, do you notice that they fizzled out because they didn't really put them out there like that? And the only people that know about them is the hardcore fan, like me, like most of my community here, know who they are, that have watched them since the early days of them. And Chris Sabin and in general, but the WWE casual fan don't know who they are. That's what's hurting them. And Triple H, because he really likes the tag team and wants to wine and dine them, they put the belts on them. Meanwhile, other tag teams just get fucked over. Don't get me wrong, I like the Motor Machine Guns, right? But you didn't build them up at all. You gave them 3 vignettes. You had them win some type of like tournament thing, and then you had them just go out there, and the crowd's not eating it up like it should. They're not getting over like they should be. That falls on Triple H, and Triple H has been known to do that. That's the thing about WWE that I don't understand lately. They just rush into things. And then what they do is they leave them up on the top, and then when they fizzle down, they become jobbers. Unfortunately. Exactly. He should be fined. I dislike when people... Yo, what's up, James? Hey, by the way, guys, do you know I was right about those mid-card titles, by the way? I've been telling you guys for 6 months now, mid-card titles in the WWE, and there's a reason why I said and I wanted them badly. The tag team division is horrible, and I can't wait for Bianca Belair to vindicate those titles. Vindicate. Or sorry, vacate. I should say that better. Those tag team titles were very repetitive. And now you guys are going to see talents that are going to get pushed out of it, right? So for instance, a lot of you guys in my community said Michin. That gives a reason for Michin now to go after a United States title. On Raw, you have the Intercontinental Women's Belt, right? You can push people like a Candice LeRae now. Now you can push these talents that you weren't looking into being a main eventer. Chelsea Green. There's a reason why I wanted those titles, because the reason why is because Chelsea Green is not a main eventer right now, currently in the current state she is. She's over, yes, to a certain extent. But I don't think WWE has faith in her like that for to hold the main championship belt to preach the company. So you give her an Intercontinental belt or you give her a U.S. belt, right? And you see what she does. See if she's actually ready to hold the main card. The tag team belts did not do anything for things. It didn't progress storylines. It's just like how I feel about the Modern Machine Guns. Well, the thing about the women's titles, I was okay with them adding them. Because you needed to. You really needed to add those titles. Because those tag team titles were going nowhere. And unfortunately, Jade Cargill's actually hurt. That's why they written her off TV. She got actually injured, which is unfortunate. Because I wanted to see Bianca Belair turn on Jade to give that Jade that push that she needs. Because they've been nursing Jade for quite a while. Too many belts in WWE. I yes and no. AEW not that much, man. Like I mean AEW doesn't have as many belts like that. And a lot of people tell me all the time, but Ring of Honor is a separate company. Unfortunately. You people just now, or do you people just complain everything too many belts in WWE actually is more than AEW? Where are the complaints now? Okay, well again, if we're gonna keep it a buck, look at all the channels now that are still moaning and groaning about AEW. Anything AEW does right now, it's a shit show. You would think AEW is dying. Let's see. Team Liv wins. Bayley turns heel. Women's War Games. Io Sky justified why she turned her back on Bayley. You think so? I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you guys. As far as War Games go, like, I'm kind of up in the air. I have really no predictions, really. I'm going into this War Games this weekend, going into it blind. Honestly, I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm going into it blind. It's like the first WWE pay-per-view that I just really, honestly, I have no expectations. I'm just going into it, like, not care. Like, for the first time, I'm going into a WWE event blind. Which I wanted to this time. I want to have no realistic... Since I haven't been around in a minute, I'm going into this blind. Which is good. Because my review will be interesting on Saturday. We may do it live on YouTube. AEW, as far as I'm concerned, I really like the Continental Classic so far. They've done some things that I like. Brody King, they kind of put over. They needed to. Bottom line, Darby Allin will probably win that division. Or Darby Allin loses. Again, I just don't understand. Darby Allin wants to go after that title, but they make no sense with that. Darby Allin should be going through people. Brody King basically destroyed him. Made him look really weak. Now, as far as Ricochet goes, as far as I'm concerned, Ricochet, I don't know why they had him lose here, but I understand it though, because you got to give Jon Moxley's group a big beat. And Shelton Benjamin winning was a no doubter. The Hurt Syndicate is hot right now in AEW, next to the Death Riders. And as far as I'm concerned about Ricochet, I don't understand why they have him just lose like that. See, I can understand on Sunday you have him lose because he does not need to be in that division, period, as far as I'm concerned. Konosuke Okeshida needs to hold that belt for 6 months until their major pay-per-view happens. He does not need to lose. And honestly, who I have winning that whole thing, and it's hard because fucking, it's hard for me because you have, I really like Kyle Fletcher. I do. I think Will Ospreay gave him the nudge. I would like to see Kyle Fletcher hold a belt because he's entertaining actually to me. But the way AEW is going to go about it, it's going to make no sense. And WWE, since I've been kind of watching the highlights and kind of been in and out of WWE and mostly watching sports when WWE's on and catching the highlights, I still stand by what I said about Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany should have been already champion already. She doesn't need to be in the 5-on-5. And I feel like they're making a mistake with one of their bigger talents. I feel like they're making a mistake with Rhea Ripley right now. Rhea Ripley takes a shot to the face good enough. She's going to re-break that over the bone that she just had surgery on. That just makes no sense to me. They got to protect her better. She ain't going to last long enough. And I'm with Stevie Richards on some things, too. Stevie Richards said pitch counts and stuff. Kairi Sane is important to win that women's. Yeah, I can see that. No doubt. Like, people like Kairi Sane. Things like that. I'm all for it. I'm saying the reason why I am happy that there's mid-card titles, and the reason why I'm saying that, it gives women that are not considered by WWE to be in the main event. You know what I mean? That are not main event. They're not being pushed there. It would make it more fun than seeing the same people just, you know what I mean? I like Braun Breaker being Intercontinental Champion. So seeing like a Kyrie, seeing like a Dakota Kai, seeing like a Piper Niven, seeing somebody like maybe a Nikki Cross, or, you know, something like that. Something out of the ordinary being champion. And getting a push. To see where it goes. Maybe that turns into an actual mid card title. Or an actual, you know... That's all I'm saying. That's why I enjoy it. You people just want to complain about everything AEW. I don't know what you're talking about, Dream. What that one? Are you talking about all the other YouTube channels that are complaining about AEW the last like 24 hours? Because all I've heard is nonstop when I watch on my TV behind me is nonstop about how AEW is dying because they're going to smaller arenas. No, AEW is playing it smart. They have to. They need to go to smaller arenas. There's no other choice for them. AEW's played their cards. They put them out on the table. They've shown you. They're going to have to do small arenas for a while. They're going to have to just accept that they're the number 2 company. They're the alternative on the aspect of sports. They're like a boxing league with somewhat entertainment. That's it. They're going to have to just put a bullseye on that and just ride it. Ride it out. That's it. I'm kind of glad AEW's going to smaller arenas. I want them to go to smaller arenas. I liked when wrestling was in smaller arenas. In smaller venues, more intimate venues, because it was so great. That's what I liked about Ring of Honor back in the day. I've been to a few Ring of Honor PWG shows. They were great. I know some of you are gonna argue with me and say, well, AEW promotes the better show. They're not the better show right now, currently. What they need to do is they need to reset and go to smaller arenas. And I'm kind of happy they pulled the plug with the whole Australia show. They're going to a smaller stadium. See, the problem is Tony Khan did not establish himself in those markets. That's the problem. He's not establishing himself in those markets. It's hurting him. They're learning. They're now finding out. Kirby, their guy, is finding out now that the wrestling business is it's a hard business to be in. And the TNA, this whole fantasy, whatever everybody keeps licking and saying TNA, oh my God, TNA's back. They're done. TNA's done at this point. TNA played their cards. They showed me at Bound for Glory what they're about. They're not about putting belts on their people and making them happy and re-signing. They don't have the capital like that, unfortunately. Joe Henry will not be title champion. And I'll tell you why, because he's one step away to go to WWE next year. He's got a 2-year deal, and I wouldn't be surprised if he asked for his release. Well, you can't just have Kairi Sane win the belt. You gotta have her hold it for a while. If you're gonna make her the first inaugural women's Intercontinental Champion, right? If you're gonna do all that noise, right? If you're gonna go all through that, you gotta have her at least hold it until Mania and then have her lose. You can't have her just win it and then automatically drop it to somebody next minute. AEW does that. And WWE's just doing it to doing it. And they got to build her up, too. Problem is with WWE, they're not building their stars. Their champions are looking piss poor. Prime example, Gunther. You had him win the Intercontinental belt just to make him look stupid in front of Cody Rhodes. And now he looks like a glorified jobber. And I love Gunther. I think he could be a champion. But the problem is that they don't have faith in him like that. And I don't know what they're smoking in WWEville, but Cody Rhodes is god-awful. And nobody could change my mind. Cody Rhodes is so freaking bland, it's not even funny. I can fart, and I can have more going on than Cody Rhodes. I think I could dress up in latex and do the Stardust thing and be more entertaining and have more charisma than Cody. And Kevin Owens is just a casualty, honestly, out of all of it. They're just trying to please him to get him under a new contract. And I think he's already signed his new contract. Yeah, he already did. And we haven't seen Drew McIntyre in a minute either. So I'm going in blind, but the matches that I'm interested in is that Intercontinental Triple Threat. I can care less about the Bloodline. It could go either way for me, and I'd still be not entertained. They got to do something because that shit's been ice cold, and I've not been entertained. I could care less that CM Punk's on one side and fucking Bronson Reed's on another. I could care less. Because what is it going to do? Turn into a Roman Reigns CM Punk feud? What, for Roman Reigns to beat CM Punk? It just makes no sense. I know you guys are going to disagree with me, but I know you guys want certain championships with certain people, but to be honest with you got to build. And if you give Kairi Sane the belt, you got to build her. Like, for a while. You can't just have her win a belt and then just have her lose next minute on, like, a Raw or SmackDown. Or better at it, just a one-off pay-per-view. My thing is with the women's division, you're bringing back Becky Lynch soon. And I know this is going to sound terrible of me even me saying this is going to be terrible. You're going to need big power holding that Intercontinental belt, and Becky Lynch would be the one to do it. I know a lot of you don't want me to say that. But WWE is going into, and I have a feeling Becky Lynch is going to get handed something real quick because that's the typical WWE thing. I feel when Charlotte Flair comes back, she's going to be handed something. I'm going to put it out here. Whoever wins that United States title after, whatever, if it's whoever, if it's Chelsea Green and they have a Charlotte Flair, that comes because Charlotte Flair is basically close to medically cleared. They're just holding her off for a good reason to debut her. And I know I'm going to sound really crappy for saying this, but Charlotte Flair should win that U.S. belt, and I know that's going to sound terrible of me on the other side of saying that. Because you're going to want those two titles to look really, really strong. And I know it's going to sound terrible, and it goes against what I'm saying. That it should be up-and-coming women's talent or somebody that's been looking at the main event scene. But I'm going by Triple H mindset because fool me once, fool me twice. You know what I mean? Triple H. And I know I'm very critical of Triple H, and I should be more critical of Tony Khan at the moment, but I'm more critical of Triple H. And what's really messing me up is why is WWE recording their shows? That makes no sense to me. They're pre-taping their shows now. They're going to start pre-taping. So you're telling me Raws are not going to be live on Netflix every week? It just makes no sense. And also, speaking on a positive note, my Lakers are doing very well. The Clippers are doing very well. Everybody told me my Lakers were going to be garbage. They weren't going to do shit this year. Well, I know they're not Oklahoma City, but man, they're doing pretty good shit. LeBron James being close to 40, a lot of you are all dogging saying he's over the hill. I don't know about that, man. Dalton Connect's looking pretty freaking sweet. And it looks like the Dodgers are going to get Soto. I'm actually kind of excited for that. I'm already ready for the college. My body is ready for the college football layoff. I'm ready. My body is ready. And actually, SC actually may make a bowl game actually for a moment. I'm cool with that. UCLA, I don't know what's going on with them. They were doing well at the beginning of the season. And they just lose. Hopefully, Matt Hasselbeck's son plays a game. Kind of interested. He was a walk-on, so we'll see. If he's anything like his dad, I think he should be the starting quarterback. By the way, guys, I'm not going to be on very long. I'm just going to play a few more games and probably get off here and get some sleep. I've been up for like literally 15 hours. And I have nothing going on today. I'm not really watching the Macy's parade. I'll be streaming most of the day. I'll probably watch a little of that football, but I can't play it on my TV because if that gets shown on the behind me, I could get flagged. I guess if I have no sound, I shouldn't get flagged. Who knows? So I'm trying to get back to a normal schedule, so I apologize that everything's been scattered. I had to clean the last few days, and I know some of you. I know my streams have been a little weird, and I know you guys have been trying to catch up with me. I know if Dream, you're still here. I messaged you the other day because, you know, I wanted to make sure that you knew that I wasn't, you know. I wanted to make sure you didn't think that I was like gone or hiatus or whatever it is. And I know that people really care about my streams and things like that. That are mods, community members, things like that. I try to reach out. I'm trying to get better with that shit. I know some of you get concerned when I'm not around or I'm not doing things. But feel free. I tell all of you guys, like, look, feel free to hit me up on my like page or on social media, you know, like, and if you're really really like to hang out with me and stuff, feel free to add me on Facebook. Or if you want to add me on Blue Skies. But here's the deal about my Blue Skies. If you're adding me on Blue Skies, here's a word of advice. Some of it's kind of graunchy, so, like, not safe for work shit. Some of it. Some of the latex stuff I post. Kind of go alongside of the furry community and things like that. So you guys got to be very, you have been warned.
If they win, you have to come to my birthday party.
I would suggest if you're not into, like, not safe for work stuff, you need to go into your settings on Blue Skies and just tick that you don't want adult content and things like that. That's in the settings. I think it's in accessibility or privacy. You just go in there and you won't even see any nudity at all or anything like that. Or any kinky shit. You'll just see my profile and you'll just see, like, it's censored for adult content. And if it's too much for you, just message me. Just reach out to me. Let me know. And if it is, I will make I will make a secondary account that's just safe for work. It's no big deal to me. I'm here for you guys. I love you guys. Oh yeah, and if I haven't gotten to your social media or anything like that, messages, I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm a shitter. I've been cleaning and I really have been focusing on family and things like that. So if you think I'm putting you on red, it's not intentional.
Vanquish them, trusty steed! Ha-ha!
And happy Thanksgiving to everybody, man. You guys are celebrating Thanksgiving, watching the beautiful football games on Prime. Black Friday, they're doing a Prime game. Why is Al Roker trending? Oh, because the Macy's Day Parade just started.
It is I, the great General Claptrap!
And by the way, guys, I know some of you don't like my opinion sometimes. Always feel free to say you disagree with my opinion. It's all good. I get it. I'll never be mad. That's another thing. Like you guys, like I don't mind having a back and forth discussion. Shoot, that's what makes a stream.
Over here! A butterfly! I am so scared of butterflies!
All of a sudden, I got a massive migraine. Oh, this gave out my whole. Oh, yep. Yep.
Protect me,
GG's.
Squire!
All right, I think I'm gonna call it here. I just wanted to get a stream in for you guys. I love you guys' faces, all of you. We'll be back ASAP at some point today. Yeah, I'm gonna hand you guys over to Jack. I am gonna go and take a sleep. I appreciate all of you guys coming out and hanging out with me. With a short amount of time, I appreciate it. I got a migraine, so I'm probably gonna go chillax.